And how do you maintain that there's life after? So, Maurice?
Thank you, Carol. So I made a calculated decision a couple of years ago. I looked at coaching professionally, and I looked at continuing my career as an educator. And I made a decision that I wanted to collect a check every month and not to wait on whether or not I'm going to collect a check based on how well my athletes are doing. Why am I saying this? I'm going to be very realistic. So Bruce spoke about athletes that are in high school, young ladies from Immaculate. When you're in a high school program, your past students, your principal, the school community gives you everything. Then you decide to become a professional, not only athlete, sports person. Whether it is you're a cricketer, you're going to play 2020 cricket, or you want to get a contract to Chelsea. You notice I said Chelsea, right? Or you want to become a professional athlete. That is when every single thing changes. Because someone has to pay for the very average $200,000 a month that is needed for your preparation. You want me to break it down? An average 3 times a week at physiotherapy. No, massage. $5,000 a session. 2 times $16,000 for chiropractic work. Do the math. We're not talking about food, because if you're at GC and you're on scholarship, you get food. You also get some physio help. But what about transportation? What about if you have to go to Kingston to the airport? When you look at the costs, we're not talking about paying coaches. Because if you pay the coaches, some of you, the coach will have to give you back the money. So you need at least $200,000 a month. Now, if you don't have a contract, someone has to pay that bill. There is no bill that you don't have to pay. You think you don't have to pay, but someone has to pay that bill. So how do you balance it? One of the policies we have at GC Foster, I do not take persons in the club who are not in school. So if you went to school, if you went to America, and you came back, whether on hard times or good times, and you want to train with the club, not a problem. But if you are leaving somewhere else, if you leave high school and you decide you want to run professional, become a professional athlete, not Sprint Tech Track Club, you have to join a program at the institution or somewhere else. It is of critical importance because at Sprint Tech, we have persons who work at the college, who are professional athletes, work elsewhere, and they train as professional athletes. So there has to be a delicate balance, because I don't know, the 2 agents are here, but based on my recollection, athletes really who are professionals get a salary every 6 months. Think about it. So you have to plan your life, how you are going to buy food, buy clothes, transportation, and sometimes go to parties for 6 months. So when you collect that check, you have to for 6 months most of the time. That is why Mr. Siglobin, our QB, he loves to be called QB, spoke about investment. I'm not going to tell you to buy a taxi, but if you have a taxi on the road, just for example, you collect a daily money, because you require money daily, or you are going to have to take a loan. And then when you take that loan and you get that check after 6 months, you don't remember you have a loan. So Bruce James and his club would have bought your ticket, go to Sweden. You forget about how the ticket was bought, You know you never buy the ticket, But you reach Sweden. And you don't remember that you have to pay back that money. You have to pay back that money. It comes from somewhere. So let me just say that, and with due respect to Bruce, I think GC Foster offers the best package for emerging professional athletes. Let me tell you why. You can get an education, you can train. The great thing about your training, it is in the area of what you do best. So if you know about sports massage, because you have to get sports massage, it's easy for you to remember if you do a certification course. Coaching, well, you're coaching every day, man. So it's easy for you to understand how you're supposed to do a particular drill.